In Genesis chapter 12, verse 1 to 4, it says, Now the Lord said to Abram, Go from your country and your kindred and your father's house to the land that I will show you. And I will make of you a great nation, and I will bless you and make your name great so that you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and him who curses you I will curse. And by you all the families of the earth shall bless themselves. So Abram went as the Lord had told him, and Lot went with him. Abram was 75 years old when he departed from Haran. Why did I just read this to you? So we're in the scripture. It says God told Abram at the time, that I will bless you. I will make you a promise. But here's what Abram had to do. He had to go somewhere. One of the things you'll start realizing is when God gives you a promise, there's an action that you have to take on your part. It's not just sit here and wait for the promise to unfold. You have to do something and you have to take action. So Abram took action in the vision that God told him, even though it would be many years before he actually received it. But he had to take some action. I was talking to someone and he was telling me he's been praying for a wife for many years now. And he just seems like he's exasperated. Like, I'm done. I'm not going to pray. Whatever God has for me, that's what I'll get. And one of the things I realized with a lot of Christians is that when they expect a blessing from God, it's almost like they're sitting on their hands and waiting for that blessing to come. You got to show God that you're ready for the blessing. You have to take some form of action. You either work on yourself, either you find your finances better. You have to position yourself for what you've been praying for. And the vision is for an appointed time. There's a story in the Bible that a lot of people don't talk about. And it comes from the book of Joshua. I'm going to read it to you. It's a bit long, but bear with me. Joshua chapter 14, verse 6 says, Then the people of Judah came to Joshua at Gilgal, and Caleb the son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite said to him, You know what the Lord said to Moses, the man of God in Kadesh Barnea, concerning you and me. I was 40 years old when Moses, the servant of the Lord, sent me from Kadesh Barnea to spy out the land, and I brought him word again as it was in my heart. But my brethren who went up with me made the heart of the people melt. Yet I wholly followed the Lord my God. And Moses swore on that day, saying, Surely the land on which your foot has trodden shall be an inheritance for you and your children forever, because you have wholly followed the Lord my God. And now, behold, the Lord has kept me alive, as he said, these 45 years, since the time that the Lord spoke this word to Moses while Israel walked in the wilderness. And now, lo, I am this day 85 years old. I am still as strong to this day as I was in the day that Moses sent me. My strength is now as my strength was then for war and for going and coming. So now give me this hill country of which the Lord spoke on that day. For you heard on that day that the Anakim were there with great fortified cities. It may be that the Lord will be with me, and I shall drive them out, as the Lord said. Then Joshua blessed him, and he gave Hebron to Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, for inheritance. So Hebron became the inheritance of Caleb, the son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite, to this day, because he wholly followed the Lord, the God of Israel. He wholly followed the Lord. He had to take some action. When you have a vision from God, it may take a time for you to get that vision into reality, for it to unfold, but you got to have something in place. God gave you a business idea. You have to put something in place. You got to move towards it as if it can happen tomorrow. You can't just sit and play duck or sit there and just waiting for God to just pat you in the head and say, Hey, Barbara, here's the husband you wanted. Here's the family. You got to do something. You have to do something. Now, what is it that you have to do? That's between you and God. You got to ask God, say, Lord, what do I do? I have this vision that you've given me. And I know the vision is for an appointed time, according to Habakkuk. So what do I do today in the meantime to prepare me for that vision? And your preparation is really a test of your faith. How much faith do you have that God will bless you? Because if Abram did not have faith that God was going to bless him with the inheritance that God blessed him with, he wouldn't have left. So you have to do something in accordance to what you are waiting for. Caleb did something. He went and he saw the land and he took a possession of it. He was 85 years old. 45 years went by before that vision came to reality. But he did something. So the question is, what are you doing to prepare for the blessing that God has for you. Thanks for watching. Bye.